So, Shadi, let's talk a little bit about what we just heard with Maviglio's take on the top two primary. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, let me say I'm a big fan of Steve's. He's one of the best in the business.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you're going to have a number of voters looking at this to vote for the spoiler candidate. Certainly not enough to influence outcomes based on that strategy alone.
What about the proponents of Prop 14 that put this in place in the first place? Was this kind of strategy part of the thinking?
The kind of strategic voting that the proponents of Prop 14 had in mind, and it's particularly possible over the long term, is crossover voting in same party races. Those are races where you have two Republicans or two Democrats on the general election ballot. Strategic voting in that case would be for a member of the opposite party to vote for the more moderate of the two candidates. The proponents said that might lead to more cooperation in the legislature.
Have you seen much in this way of crossover voting?
You know, one election is not enough to portend a long-term trend, but in 2012, we actually saw a lot of voters skip voting entirely in these same party races. So the voters actually took the time to return their absentee ballots and go to the polls, but they left these races blank.
What does that tell you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say exactly who these people are since we only have one election cycle.
Right.
But political scientists believe that they are they're partisans who don't have a member of their own party on the ballot. And so they're saying, hey, we don't have a choice, we're just going to skip this. Interesting.
Yeah, this is like, well, no interest for me there. Let's talk a little bit about the race and the amount of money being spent this primary season. $20 million out there, some hotly contested races, and a lot of money driving that.
Yeah, well, there are three big changes that happened in 2012 that are still driving 2014 decisions today, and those are redistricting, top two, and term limits. With the new term limits laws, legislators can serve in the legislature for up to 12 years in either the Senate, Assembly, or just one house. That's a long time. So for a member of the legislature who's elected in 2012 or 2014, they can stay in one office until 2024 or 2026. So for special interests, that's a very long time. They want to make sure their allies are in the legislature.
All right. Shadi Felt, political strategist, thank you so much for talking with us today.